It in the first inning to right center.
One out. First pitch strike in there to Todd Frazier. Frazier roped a ball down the left field line, but foul in his first trip to the plate.
Wonder if we might see Duran running here.
Wes Darvill would presumably be the one to cover the bag because Jonathan Malo was way over toward third base. You got to look at that defensive alignment for Canada. That's Malo all the way on the left of your screen. Makes sense with the right-handed hitting Frazier at the plate. Bounce, Duran will hold.
The United States has attempted 2 steals in the tournament. Duran has one of the 2. They've been successful both times. Eric Falia with the other.
Falia in the on-deck circle. He walked his first time up, and if you know anything about his career, that is anything but a surprise. 1-2 on the way to Frazier into the dirt outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It has turned into a gorgeous night here in South Florida. It may be a little more, I might be somewhat biased because this booth here, we got a little bit of air conditioning. No air conditioning in the booth in Port St. Lucie, and so I've been out in the elements and have realized just how much I have not dealt with humidity for the last year and a half, not being able to leave our homes and being in a place where we don't really have a lot of humidity. And remembering, oh yeah, summers are different in other places. 2-2 fouled away at the plate. This has been a terrific event the last 5 days now as we move into the final stages. 2 more games set for tomorrow. 12 o'clock start time for tomorrow afternoon's matchup. 1 o'clock start time for tomorrow afternoon's matchup between the Dominican Republic and Canada. And the United States and Venezuela will be the night game here at 7 o'clock. Runner moving, bouncing ball. They'll stay out of the double play as the only play is to first. And Malo will retire Frazier there. So Duran running, gets himself in scoring position on the ground out. And with 2 gone, it brings up Eric Falia.
Yeah, we've been here before. Duran at second with 2 outs. That's how it was set up in the first inning when Falia drew a walk. Forsythe after him the same. We'll see what Kellogg's able to do with the left-handed hitting right fielder second time around.
Eric Falia, you want to talk about a guy who's got command of the strike zone. In his minor league career, 5 minor league seasons, he has walked 184 times while striking out 115 times. Anything even approaching even in those numbers is considered exceedingly good. And Eric Falia, with 50% more walks than strikeouts, he is a really impressive eye, really impressive command at the plate. Swings and doesn't get a piece there. It's 0-1. A career on-base percentage of .411 through 5 minor league seasons, which is something that's actually improved for him as he's gotten older. When he was in college at UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles, his career on-base percentage was .396. But the numbers were great. 80 walks to 50 strikeouts in college. He'll take that pitch high. That is a skill. There are a lot of skills you can work on in baseball. An eye like that is something that is tremendously difficult to come by. And you might be able to improve it a little bit, but if you have just that naturally given talent, that is a really impressive skill. That one's on the inside corner. 1-2. Kellogg trying to get his team once more back into the dugout with no damage done here in the third. Pitch number 55 upcoming from one former Pac-12 player to another in college-level athletics here in the States. 1-2 pitch. Falia will stay alive.
No strikeouts yet tonight for Kellogg. Only picked up 2 in his first start. The game against Cuba on Tuesday night. A lot of ground balls, though. Every out has been a ground ball since Luke Williams. He popped out in the bottom of the first inning.
Falia currently, remember, the AAA Tacoma Rainiers in the Seattle Mariners system. 1-2 is off the plate to him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We saw a couple of Mariners prospects do real big things in the afternoon game today. Julio Rodriguez, Mariners stud young outfield prospect, went 3 for 6. An RBI, scored a run. Luis Liberato just continued his tear in this tournament. 3 more hits, a walk, a homer. He is now tied for the tournament lead with 3 home runs. And there's Falia's strike zone discipline again. It's 3-2.
He just took the same pitch twice.
Right on the border, too, just outside. Kellogg ready once more. Full count pitch. Shot left side. That's through for a base hit. Here comes Duran around third. He will score. It's an RBI single for Eric Falia after a masterful at bat, and the United States has a 1-0 lead in the third.
We were all geared up to see a play at the plate, and then Jacob Robson had a lot of trouble making the transfer from the glove to the throwing hand, and you can't even make the slightest hesitation with Jarren Duran running. There it is. That was the opportunity out the window the second there was a bobble. But look at the speed of Duran. I'm not sure there would have been much of a play. Robson was thinking there would be. He came in charging the ball hard, but just got a little ahead of himself, I think. A big early lead for the United States.
Jarren Duran is really fun to watch on the base paths, as this one is popped up. First base side, maybe a play over there. Nice job by J.D. Osborne getting to the front of the first base dugout in a hurry to take that one off the bat of Logan Forsythe, and that will retire the side here in the third. The United States comes through with an RBI single off the bat of Eric Falia in the bottom of 3, and the U.S. will take a lead to the fourth, 1-0 over Canada. Homer Bailey with a run of support as he heads to the top half of the fourth inning. 1-0 the United States in front of Canada, back at the ballpark of the Palm Beaches in West Palm Beach, Florida. Tyler Mon alongside Craig Durham. Game number 2 on day number 1 of the Super Round of the WBSC Baseball Americas qualifiers. Homer Bailey goes to work against Jacob Robson, the Detroit Tigers prospect, whose first pitch is bounced foul. First base side. Jacob Robson, a really interesting story in how he got noticed by scouts, noticed by Baseball Canada. He was a guy who, growing up, going to high school just over the border from Detroit, Michigan on the U.S. side, growing up in Windsor, Ontario, didn't really know what his profile was as a ball player. Didn't know if he was being scouted or if he was going to be drafted, all that type of stuff. And on the advice of his mom, he and his mom drove 4 hours to a Major League Baseball Scouting Bureau tryout, and not only did he catch sight of baseball scouts there, he also caught sight of Greg Hamilton, who is the GM of this Baseball Canada team and one of the legends for Baseball Canada, and helped kind of get Jacob Robson into the Baseball Canada mix. He ended up going to play collegiately at Mississippi State in the United States, where he was given the fantastic nickname, the Maple Hammer, which is not on his baseball reference page and very much needs to be. But he was kind of a cult hero at Mississippi State, drafted originally out of high school in the 30th round by the San Diego Padres in 2012 from secondary school in Windsor, Ontario, and then taken in the 8th round by the Detroit Tigers, and now a member of that Tiger system. He's in kind of a strange spot this year. Jacob Robson spent 112 games with AAA Toledo back in 2019 and acquitted himself pretty well for his first real extended full season stint at a AAA club. He batted .267 with a .750 OPS. He's back in AA this year, essentially because the Tigers feel like they can get him more at bats there, but he's also just crushing AA pitching to the tune of a .424 batting average and a .1243 OPS. I was saying the other day, it's great to get a guy work and be able to get him in the lineup every day, but at some point, kind of got to challenge him with more. Just sending him out, he's been in 18 games at AA, and it feels as though Jacob Robson has conquered AA. I understand wanting to get a guy at bats, but it seems like he should be moved up probably sometime soon when they can find a spot for him at Toledo, as he puts a charge in this one to center field. Moving back is Duran, and that ball is gone. Jacob Robson has tied it up in the 4th with a solo homer.
Well, the U.S. didn't hold on to that 1-0 lead for very long. The deepest part of the park, Jacob Robson just unloading on a fastball, belt high.
That was not a cheap one, as Robson takes it out. Nearly a very nice catch. I'm not going to give that guy, obviously not a 10 out of 10. Going for the bare hand, made the drop. I'd go like 6 or 7
I think
out of 10.
it was scalded.
Yeah, it was it's a good effort.
Like to see you out there barehanded.
That's an incomplete pass in football, you know.
Boy, though, right on cue. You're talking about what a year Robson's having. And he went to big league spring training this year with the Detroit Tigers, so it's not as if they've forgotten about him.
Right. And, yeah, it is obviously a good circumstance to be in a place where you're getting in the lineup every day. And it's, to be honest, I'm sure the Tigers are thrilled to see a guy in a situation like that go to a place where maybe he is a little bit above the level and continue to succeed, because I think that says something about where you are mentally too, to be a player who doesn't just check out and think, well, I should be somewhere that isn't AA. Why am I going to put my best effort in here? Very obviously, Jacob Robson's doing that with AA Erie, and homering off a 14-year big leaguer and Homer Bailey here tonight to get this game even at 1-1. Now Eric Wood's turn, and Wood swings heavy and hard at 3-1. Count is full.
Now, why wouldn't you take that hack, having just seen what Jacob Robson did with the 3-1 count? Bailey, though, sneaking it by him.
3-2 to right field. Should be no trouble for Filia, who comes in a few steps. First man retired here in the 4th. Homer Bailey, a longtime major leaguer, over a decade in the big leagues. He broke into the major leagues at 21 years old, just past his 21st birthday. He made his major league debut on June 8th of 2007. Birthday on May 3rd, and he may be coming out of this game.
Yeah, that'll be all.
Will be. Kind of a surprise here as Homer Bailey in the 4th inning will exit this game. Connor Panis will be the next batter in to face the first arm out of the United States bullpen, and we will tell you about him when we return. Bailey's day done after 3 1/3. U.S. headed to the bullpen here in the 4th. 23-year-old left-hander Drew Parrish takes over on the pitcher's mound for the United States here in the top of the fourth inning. First appearance of this Baseball Americas qualifier for Drew Parrish. You're a little surprised by this?
Very surprised.
Homer Bailey throwing well, only mid-50s in his pitch count.
Yeah.
And now out of this game after recording it out here in the fourth, and obviously that was the plan, apparently, for Mike Scioscia and the staff, but somewhat surprising to see the veteran Homer Bailey now gone from this game here in the fourth inning.
I'll be honest, I hadn't even noticed that there was action in the bullpen.
Me neither.
But Parrish ready to go to face the left-hander here.
First pitch breaking ball way high. Ball and no strikes to Connor Panis. Drew Parrish, 23 years old, 8th round pick of the Kansas City Royals out of a school not too far away, Florida State University. He is a native of Cape Canaveral, Florida. Cut and missed there, 1-1. Attended Rockledge High School and then Florida State. Taken by the Royals, and in 2019 made his professional debut for the rookie-level Burlington Royals in the Appalachian League, which is now a collegiate summer league. Was formerly a rookie-level minor league circuit. This year he's with High A Quad Cities. He's pitched in 4 games and made a start for the Royals High A affiliate, and he has been absolutely dominant. 15 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, no runs, 23 strikeouts, and 3 walks for Drew Parrish. But this ball is shot out down the right field line, moving over Falia to make the catch. 2 gone. He's getting all set to dive into Homer Bailey here in the fourth.
I was too. I was all excited to talk about him, and so much to talk about in that career. And he has not pitched in the tournament yet, like Parrish. So I really thought, well, he came on this trip for tonight, night 1 of the Super Round. The United States fully expected to be participating in the Super Round. Here they are. And Homer Bailey pitching really well, makes 1 mistake here in the top of the fourth, but that, I don't think, is the reason why he's out of the game now. And it'll be the bullpen the rest of the way.
Behind the plate, no playback there for Colesbury. 53 pitches for Homer Bailey, 34 strikes. Final line on him, 3 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run earned, no walks and 3 strikeouts, and now he's out of this game.
Go figure.
A little odd. Homer Bailey, the 7th overall pick in 2004 out of LaGrange High School in LaGrange, Texas. And you think to yourself, it's a Texas school, produced a first rounder, probably a lot of guys come out of that school. There are only 4 draft picks in the Baseball America database from LaGrange High School. Trey Supak, who went to the Pirates in the 2nd round in 2014. Homer Bailey in 2004. And then a couple of guys, Riley Trilicek back in 1987 in the 4th round, and a player named John Rees in 1972, who did not sign, evidently, at a high school. Fly ball to center field off the bat of Michael Krause to his counterpart out there, Jaron Duran, who puts it away. 3 outs in the air in the outfield. And the inning is over. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. We're all tied up thanks to
Bueno, gracias a todos por estar acá en esta transmisión. Saludos a Wilton Espinal en Estados Unidos. Vaya comentándonos desde qué parte del mundo nos ven, para ir saludando poco a poco a los que están en sintonía. Verdad que muchas gracias. El apoyo que nos han brindado en este preolímpico ha sido excepcional. De verdad que muchas gracias todos los días, con muchas personas acá apoyándonos, suscribiéndose, dándole like. Saludos a Sainz de Venezuela. Wilton en Estados Unidos, el hombre que nos apoya, ese es hermano de la casa. Dusty Nelson, USA. Oro Mejía por Dominicana. Tenemos gente de todas partes del mundo. Jan Rafael en Venezuela. Alex, PSL Florida, en Tampa, Jackie. Desde Miami, Manuel. Saludos a Alex, a Yunel de Miami. en USA, Spur. Jesús García desde Puerto Rico, ya Rafael desde Miami. Caramba, tenemos mucha gente por todas partes. A David desde República Dominicana, gozando hoy con esa victoria. Allenton, Pensilvania, Oscar. Desde Rusia, Justin. Orlando, Florida, Santo Brena. Por San Lucie, Alex tiene que estar por allá metido en los juegos. Está por acá. Saludos a Sandy de la República Dominicana. Justin en Rusia. Bueno, volvemos al juego. Un saludo a Eric Ramos aquí desde Puerto Rico. Nos hablamos en un rato nuevamente.
But Chris LaRue on for him. LaRue has not played professionally much as of late. Formerly a 7th round draft selection.
Y ante todo, no olviden suscribirse, activen la campanita de notificaciones. Apóyennos.
10-year-old right-hander comes home with the first pitch in for a strike to Tristan Casas. Professionally, he has not been on a mound since the 2016-17 Winter League campaign with a couple of different teams. Navegantes de Magallanes in Venezuela and with the Leones del Escogido in the Dominican Republic.
Even more surprising about making the move here is that you have the lefty Casas leading off. Kellogg got him once already.
Swing and a miss there on 1-1. Yeah, was not expecting to be in the bullpens on both sides in the 4th inning today.
In a well-pitched 1-1 game.
LaRue, a former major leaguer, made his big league debut in 2009 with the Marlins, so back in a place he knows pretty well in this state. 1-2, Casas going the other way.
And he's done some of that in this tournament. Dropped a base hit into left field on Tuesday night, the last game that actually happened for the United States, because yesterday's rainout happened after 4 innings, didn't technically happen. So I'm put one on the ground on the left side in that game against the DR too, and that's something that he's going to have to do to have a successful professional career. Everybody expects him to just pull the ball. He's really choked up on the bat here.
And he goes that way and hits it well, but it'll hang up for Jacob Robson, who tracks it toward the line for out number 1.
And he had a good inch between his hands and the knob of the bat there.
And it is interesting to see a player who is so young and see teams already shifting on him the way they are. There's that I mean, you do not see that a lot these days for any ball player, and especially for a power hitter to choke up like that. Tristan Casas, who is still just 21 years old and developing as a hitter, he is going to be a very fun prospect to watch as he continues to climb. Currently with AA Portland in the Boston Red Sox system, and this one plunks Eddie Alvarez and can't afford to put speed on. Check that, Mark Colesvary, and a guy who runs pretty well as well. And now Eddie Alvarez into the batter's box.
It is impressive, though, to be that young, Tristan Casas, and be just so mentally into your, I don't want to say deficiencies, but just knowing that you're going to have to work on going the opposite way. It's exciting to see, isn't it?
It is very cool, and it's a approach, obviously, it's paying off already. He's 21. He's batting .328 with a .952 OPS in AA.
Yep.
Where he would be pretty young for that level. And now here is Alvarez. Eddie, the Miami native, switch hitting at middle infielder. Colesvary off of the pitch. This ball driven well to left center. Moving back to the track to haul it in is Robson, who got a great jump. And that will send Colesvary back to first. Alvarez drove it well, but the way the ball was carrying in the afternoon game does not feel like the same conditions tonight here in the nightcap.
That would have been a home run this afternoon. We
Certainly
saw, what, 5
like
home runs hit by the Dominican
Just
Republic?
by the Dominican Republic, yeah.
And there were 2 pop flies hit by left-handed hitters that went out to left field. Forget which team it was a couple of days ago. Hit a fly ball. It looked just like that one. You just saw a pop fly out to left. The player stopped on second thinking it was a ground rule double and then was told, no, that was a home run. You can keep running. And he just looked shocked. And I wish I remembered who it was. 6 games in 3 days, they've kind of all blended together in a certain way. But it was really interesting just how stunned the left-handed hitter was, popping one out the other way.
Bouncing ball over to third. Eric Wood goes the short route. Nice job by Wes Darville to stay on the bag there and get Colesvary on the 5-4 putout, and that brings another relatively quick inning to a close as we move to the fifth. Kind of a strange game, but 1-1 our score through 4. The United States and Canada all even from the ballpark of the Palm Beaches.
Vivo con los saludos. De donde más nos siguen viendo, les recordamos que también transmitimos pelota invernal venezolana, pelota invernal colombiana. Recuerden darle like a esta transmisión. Habemos más de 1000 personas y menos de 200 likes. Recuerden darle me gusta, es solamente un clic, suscríbanse, activen la campanita de notificaciones. A ver, ¿desde dónde nos ven? ¿Desde dónde nos ven? Y empezamos a buscar, vamos a ver desde dónde nos están saludando. Mucha gente pendiente por Canadá. Venezolanos apostando a Canadá. Romet sí, chance tiene Venezuela, debe ganar Canadá hoy y bueno, ligar que Dominicana le gane mañana. Esto sería un complique por todas partes. Esto, Justin está por New Jersey. Saludos, Justin, pero todos tienen chance, todos tienen chance. Aquí el problema es si gana Estados Unidos. Ya Rafael, sí, soy venezolano con B corta, pero me gusta el béisbol. Admiro los peloteros dominicanos, los boricuas, los colombianos. Como dije ahorita, transmitimos las ligas invernales en el Rincón del Béisbol de Colombia y de Venezuela. Llevamos los resúmenes, hacemos un trabajo bastante completo. Emmanuel, orgullo dominicano por allá por Boston, con buen equipo, con los Medias Rojas. Bueno, como se acaba de ir el primer out del inning, los dejo con el partido. Ya volvemos con los saludos nuevamente.
Michael Krause got him to both fly out. Fannis to right, Krause to center. Now he rolls the ground ball and he'll deal with J.D. Osborne, who has one of Canada's 4 hits tonight. Osborne, his first hit of the tournament coming in the 2nd inning. After reaching, though, he's promptly caught stealing. That was a 2nd inning that saw both sides have a hit, yet send just 3 men to bat. Working on the grip a little bit there is Osborne. Left-hander goes into motion. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2021 minor league season had gotten off to a great start for Drew Parrish. 11 2/3 innings with the Quad City River Bandits. He hasn't given up a run. Well, striking out 14. You saw the big cut there from Osborne. This is what happened after his 2nd inning single. He overslid second base, and then reaching for it, he reached right into Eddie Alvarez. And that's how the top of the 2nd ended. That had to be a frustrating feeling, reaching for the bag and just grabbing mitt. Osborne in the driver's seat here, though. Parrish comes home 3-1. Gets the 2nd strike. Osborne coming unglued with that swing. Jesse Hodges is on deck for Canada. This game still hanging for anybody to grab. United States broke through, scored first in the bottom of the third. Canada answered immediately in the top of the fourth. A great job by Parrish, battling back, striking out Osborne. That's the first K for Drew Parrish tonight. And here comes Hodges with 2 outs and nobody on.
Drew Parrish kind of has that good drop and drive delivery. And it seems like he gets a good amount of velocity from not the biggest frame. He's listed at 5'11", 200. Compact build and delivery.
Hodges, the big guy from the West Coast, from Victoria, British Columbia. This is kind of the first major international competition for Jesse since the 2015 Pan Am Games, which were held in Toronto. Up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That was Canada's second straight Pan Am gold. I believe knocking off the United States in both gold medal games. A wild one in 2011.
Hodges then part of the Pan Am qualifying team for the 2019 games that were played in Lima, Peru. Canada finishing with silver, losing the final to Puerto Rico in Lima in 2019. Another 3-1 count.
There are 10 members of this Canada roster that are enshrined in the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame with that gold medal win in 2015 in the Pan Ams. And doing that on home soil has got to be a pretty incredible feeling, too.
That was a great event. I was in Toronto a lot of that 2-week period, and the city was just abuzz as this one's fouled back. Wish I'd gotten to a baseball game there. I didn't. Parrish looking for a 1-2-3 top half of the 5th. It would be the first 1-2-3 inning tonight for an American pitcher, though Homer Bailey twice faced just 3 batters. Gave up a single in the second when Osborne was caught stealing. Gave up a single to lead off the third, but a double play. Saw only 3 men come to bat. Perfect changeup gets the strikeout here, and it is a 1-2-3 top half of the 5th. Well done, Drew Parrish. On to the bottom of the 5th we go with a 1-1 score in West Palm Beach.
Bueno, mientras tanto le informamos que Rafael Devers conectó un cuadrangular de 429 pies en el primer inning para darle la ventaja a los Medias Rojas de Boston, 3-1 ante los Yankees de Nueva York, con su cuadrangular 15 de la temporada, y el boricua Carlos Correa acaba de conectar el 9º también para ampliar la ventaja de los Astros 3-0. Manuel Pacheco, saludos en Santo Domingo, hermano.
A leadoff home run for Luke Williams and a 2-1 lead for the United States.
Beat just rolls on for Luke Williams, the second best hitter in this tournament statistically, coming into the day today with a 625, 700, 875 slash line. And 0 for 2 his first 2 trips to the plate, and then finally gets one here in the 5th.
Both left fielders have now left the yard. A little bit of a hanger there from LaRue. And Jarren Duran pauses a moment before settling into that left-handed batter's box. He's hit the ball really well tonight. 2 hard hits, a double and a single. LaRue back to the breaking ball, gets strike 1. Chris LaRue turned 37 this past April. Big guy, stands 6'6". This one fisted out to center field. Michael Krause is there to put it away. And Duran's retired for the first time. LaRue originally from Mississauga. Played his college ball at Winthrop University in South Carolina. Going up against Todd Frazier here with 1 out and the base is empty, but the go-ahead run in for the United States in the home half of the 5th inning. And Frazier gets plunked. Chris LaRue, quite honestly, didn't look like he wanted any part of Todd Frazier there.
Frazier, even though he doesn't have a ton of hits yet in this tournament, he's been hitting the ball hard.
A little different feel to the second inning of work for Chris LaRue, who threw just 8 pitches in the 4th. Faced 4 batters, but he needed just 8 pitches to send the game into the 5th. That's his second hit batsman. And he'll check on Todd Frazier. Before going to work against Eric Falia.
You know what I think might be able to move best over there? U.S. first base coach Jerry Weinstein. Jerry Weinstein's in great shape.
Bounding ball could be 2, and it is. Well turned, Darvill to Malo to Osborne, and that's it for the 5th inning. But the United States snaps the 1-1 deadlock with a Luke Williams leadoff homer. And so we'll take a 2-1 score with us into the 6th.
Recuerden, mañana muy puntuales, 1 de la tarde, estaremos con el encuentro entre Canadá y República Dominicana, y más tarde Venezuela, Estados Unidos. En la mañana traeremos la repetición del juego Colombia-Venezuela. Primera hora vamos a estar repitiendo ese encuentro. Así que no se lo pierdan.
Tomorrow they're going to Tokyo.
Ya lo dejamos con el resumen de lo que ha sido el encuentro hasta el
offering
momento.
from Homer Bailey, sends it deep to left field. Nice catch, Luke Williams, for the first out of the 2nd. And Deglin down on strikes. What a bounce back effort from Homer Bailey. After falling behind 3-0, he gets his man, and there's 2 gone Competed in the 2014 Winter Olympics as a short track speed skater. He hits this one up the middle. Kellogg stabs it, goes to second, out there. The relay to first. Not a great throw, but good enough for a double play.
Rode the elevator with.
Bueno, y aprovechamos y enviamos un cordial saludo para María en Puerto Rico. Y para Elías en República Dominicana, de parte de Dominican Positivo, en Lancaster, Pensilvania. Ahí está el saludo, hermanos. Saludos a todos por allá, donde quiera que nos vean. Puerto Rico, República Dominicana, Estados Unidos.
Bailey Kellogg. Ready once more. Full count pitch. Shot left side. That's through for a base hit. Here comes Duran around third. He will score. It's an RBI single for Eric Falia after a masterful at bat. And the United States has a 1-0 lead in the third. Seems like he should be moved up probably sometime soon when they can find a spot for him at Toledo.
Bueno, Milady Cabrera le envía saludos a su mamá en República Dominicana. Su mamá se llama Milady también. Saludos, señora Milady. Dios la bendiga.
Hope you enjoyed some of the highlights from this one already. We're just about, well, more than halfway home at this point as we kick off the top of the sixth with strike one from Drew Parrish. Drew, the second pitcher for the United States tonight after Homer Bailey, the starter, went 3 1/3. Gave up the lone run on the home run to Jacob Robson, as you just saw. Since Parrish has come in, it's been 5 up, 5 down. 2 flyouts, a ground out, and a pair of strikeouts to end the top of the fifth. 1-1 pitch here to Jonathan Malo is called a strike. I was a little surprised to see Malo get the start at short tonight. Shortstop has been handled by Daniel Pinero. He started all 3 games at short to kick off the tournament, but he's on the bench to start the game tonight. Pinero, like Robson, was part of Detroit Tigers spring training, part of big league camp with the Tigers. Slow start to the tournament, and he may yet appear as we get a ground ball softly hit to short for the first out of the 6th inning. So 2 trip through Canada's lineup and a total of just 4 base runners on the night. Eric Wood had a first inning single. J.D. Osborne had a second inning single. Jesse Hodges a third inning single. And the Robson home run leading off the 4th. Since then, nothing. Here's the 3rd try for Wes Darville tonight. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Could not check his swing. So it's 0-1. Really good off-speed pitch there from Parrish. This is his first appearance in the tournament and does it again. Gets Darville to go around. West from Langley, British Columbia. This time takes that pitch for ball 1. Darville part of the team that won the silver medals at the Pan Am Games in Lima in 2019. 1-2 pitch, hard opposite field line drive, and he has a single. Canada's 5th hit of the night, and the tying run aboard with 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
Just the 2nd hit of this qualifier for Wes Darville, over 2 with a couple of strikeouts to start his night, but sometimes that's what it takes. Choke up a little bit, go the other way. Get yourself feeling better at the plate.
Lefty-lefty matchup and a big one. Parrish and Robson. Ball 1 way outside. Big shift on in the infield. Shortstop Nick Allen playing just a couple of steps away. Well, a few steps now from the second base bag. Todd Frazier pulled way off the line. fairly straight up in the outfield. Recall the home run went to left for the left-handed hitter. 1-0 pitch. Hard line drive, and that one's through the shift into left center field. We've seen a lot of players hit it through shifts in this tournament. And I'll be honest, I like it when a player hits it through the shift. And it's first and second, tying run now in scoring position.
Me too. That was a great at-bat. Quick at-bat, but a great swing from Jacob Robson. And Nick Allen, I mean, very close to pulling that in. And that's going to be the end of the night for Drew Parrish after steaming his way through the first 6 men he faced, and now back-to-back base hits and DJ Johnson coming on.
So we will step away for just a moment. Things tightening up here. Couldn't be much tighter, but they are. Top of the 6th, 2 on, 1 out, and the United States holding on to a 2-1 lead. Eric Wood coming up for the 3rd time with Wes Darville on 2nd and Jacob Robson on 1st. DJ Johnson on the hill making his 2nd appearance of this WBSC Baseball Americas qualifier. Johnson, like so many on this United States team, a guy with big league experience. 35 games with the Colorado Rockies over a couple of seasons. And he's made 9 appearances at the AAA level so far in 2021. As a member of the Cleveland Indians organization. His first pitch tonight, outside, ball 1. Eric Wood, a base hit in the 1st inning and a fly out to right in the 4th inning. Parrish goes through the lineup exactly once, faces 9 batters, got the first 7 before giving up back-to-back base hits here in the top of the 6th. Johnson fooled Wood with that one, and it's 1-1.
DJ Johnson, a pretty remarkable story as a baseball player. He was an undrafted player out of Western Oregon University who played 8 years in the minor leagues among 5 different organizations before making his major league debut. And a guy who dealt with some pretty serious injuries, a shoulder issue when he was a young player, finally made his major league debut at 29 years old. And I believe it was after the 2019 season, signed a multi-year contract with the Hiroshima Toyo Carp of Nippon Professional Baseball in Japan. And then obviously 2020 was so strange. He's back over here now in the States, trying to make it work in the Cleveland system. But pretty amazing story to see a guy. Talked about this with Jumbo Diaz earlier today. You don't see many guys who make their major league debuts as late as 29 or 30, or in Jumbo Diaz's case, I think he was 33 these days in baseball. It's a lot more of prove it quickly or you'll find yourself out of a job. And DJ Johnson, one of those never give up types of players.
Works the count full, battling back, getting Wood to swing through the 3-1 fastball. Another globe-trotting baseballer. He's played in Mexico, as you said, Tyler. He's played in Japan. Indie ball, pro ball, and now trying to help the United States qualify for the Olympic Games. He'll spin and look Wes Darville back to second base. Big moment in the game. 1 out, top of the 6th inning. The United States snapping a 1-1 tie with a Luke Williams home run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Canada hoping to answer immediately, just as they did when the United States scored first in the 3rd. Canada answered in the 4th. 3-2 pitch. Fought off. Pretty good cut right there from Eric Wood. Johnson originally signed as an undrafted free agent, signed with the Rays in 2010. He's an Oregon guy through and through. Played collegiately at Western Oregon University for a year. Also Mount Hood Community College, and he strikes out Wood with a high heater. A great job by DJ Johnson after falling behind 3-1 to get Wood. And now Connor Panis, the DH, who's flown out to left and flown out to right, could tie the game with a single. Left-handed batter with an open stance. Tight breaking ball for strike 1. Connor with 4 hits in the tournament. With the 0 for 2 tonight, he's 4 for 10 with 3 runs driven in. Late decision to go after that good looking curve, and it's 0-2. You can tell Johnson really has him guessing. Fights off the fastball, has him ducking in the third base side dugout. Now, do you know who this song's by? You dropped the Unk reference on us earlier with the Walk It Out song.
I don't remember who this is by.
Me neither. Don't worry. I had never heard of Unk either, though.
I think it's called Cha-Cha Slide, right? It's the...
Is that? Yeah,
it's like the wedding reception song.
Cupid Shuffle.
The Cupid Shuffle.
Is that it?
Is that what it is?
Or the Cha-Cha? I'm not sure. 2-strike pitch, fought off.
Yep, it is Cupid Shuffle, and it is by an artist, this will shock you, named Cupid.
How about that?
Cha-Cha Slide is by DJ Casper, by the way.
Glad we cleared that up. 2-strike pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. DJ Johnson comes in, puts out the fire. Couple of strikeouts. So the United States will take this 2-1 lead into the bottom of the 6th inning.